My name is Oliana. Now I would like to present Case 1, Acting After an Oil Spill. The first questions look at why Enbridge offered the community $5,000, what the community felt insulted, and what I would have done as the local manager. Enbridge offered $5,000 to show good intentions and let the weekly community hire their own expert. But this also shows a corporate mindset that care more about cost than cultural understanding of fair compensations. What seems helpful to the company came across as insensitive to the community. The community felt insulted because the amount was too little compared to the damage and the company wealth. It did not seem sincere or fair, just a token payment. The company also ignored local knowledge, treating the issue as a technical matter instead of respecting their laws. If I were the local manager, I would talk first openly with community leaders to understand their concern. Then, I would provide financial and technical support for independent assessment and use respectful communication to rebuild trust. This shows real respect and helps restore the company's moral image, not just its reputations. To evaluate Enbridge behavior, we should see how they treat the community and handle the clean-up. Since Wiggly relies on natural to survive, Enbridge had an ethic duty to act fairly and respectfully. Ethical behavior means more than just cleaning up. It is about honesty and responsibility. A good response should be transparent and truthful. It should be verified by independent experts and followed by preventive actions like better monitoring or community programs. This shows the Enbridge learn from its mistakes and act responsibly after the spill.
Hi everyone, my name is Rizana Fazlin and today I will be discussing about the key question of the situation happened between Enbridge and people of Wrigley. There are a few key questions in this situation. First is what are the values involved in these situations. Next is how would Enbridge answer the questions internally. And lastly, how would people of Wrigley answer the question if asked. The next slides we will be discussing in more detail. The first key question is what are the values involved in these situations. The value involved in this situation are responsibility, fairness, respect, honesty, and environmental responsibility. These are the values that Enbridge need to apply to improve the company reputations and also to remain a good relationship of the company and the people of Wrigley. Enbridge emphasized responsibility, efficiency, aiming to clean it up quickly, minimize costs, and resume operations. The company take actions to protect its reputation by showing fairness and transparency by offering $5,000 and shares the cleanup information to maintain public trust, even though local skepticism persisted. The people of Wrigley value justice, respect, and the environment. They see the spill as a threat to their culture and future, demanding genuine accountability, fairness, and empathy. They want Enbridge to admit the harm, communicate honestly, and commit to protecting nature for the future generations.
Hi, my name is Nazira. So this case is about Enbridge oil spill near Rindy. The main question is whether cleaning the spill was enough, if the $5,000 offer was fair, and whether donating things like a swimming pool could fulfill their duty to the community. Enbridge's responsibility went way beyond cleaning. The spill did not just hurt the land and water, it also damaged the community's trust, their way of living through hunting and fishing, and even their culture. So Enbridge needed to focus on both environmental and social recovery. The company should have restored the environment, given fair compensation, rebuilt trust with the people, invested in their well-being, and created future prevention plans to avoid more spills. The question here is whether Enbridge was obligated to offer the $5,000. The amount was too small compared to the huge damage caused. It felt more like a symbolic gesture than real help, and many in the community saw it as insulting and insincere. It seemed like the company was trying to protect its image instead of showing genuine care. Next, we discuss whether donating a swimming pool or hockey arena would satisfy Enbridge's obligation. The answer is no. These are short-term benefits that don't solve the long-term problems. They don't fix the environmental or cultural losses. Enbridge's real duty is to restore the environment, engage meaningfully with the community, and respect their right to health and sustainable future.
In validity of the myth, I would rely on verified scientific data to avoid the vaccine myth. Study shows no hidden death, infertility, or DNA changes from COVID-19 vaccines. They does not contain microchips or cause infections. Research confirmed vaccines safely train the immune system to fight the virus effectively. There are a few types of channels that we can find reliable vaccine information such as peer-reviewed journals like The Lancet and Nature, global health bodies such as WHO, GAVI, CDC, and verified public health agency. It is very important to always cross-check credible mainstream media reports instead of relying on unverified or viral social media posts. Before trusting news from media, ask who made the claim, whether it is science-based, and what is the intention of the post. Always make sure that the information is shared by a reputable source. And lastly, rely on facts, not fear. Verify with trusted house sources, always be careful with bias, and think critically to stay informed and safe. That's all from me.
For case 2 question 2, we are discussing about the difference between misinformation and disinformation. Basically, misinformation is false or misleading info that is shared without the intent to deceive, while disinformation is false information that is shared intentionally to mislead people. For example, this post about inhaling steam to cure COVID-19 is actually misinformation. People probably shared it because they believe it was true and wanted to help, but it is medically incorrect and misleading. Here we can see several common myths about COVID-19 and vaccines, along with whether they are considered misinformation or disinformation. Claims like vaccines cause infertility or vaccines change your DNA are totally misinformation because they come from misunderstanding science. But myths like the government hype vaccine death or vaccine contains microchips are definitely disinformation because they were spread on purpose to create fear and distrust. So overall, misinformation is unintentional while disinformation is intentional. That's the key difference.
For this question, I will compare public research and scientific research.
First, public research is informal and often based on unreliable online sources such as social media and news articles. In contrast, scientific research is systematic and verifiable through structured methods and peer reviews. Secondly, public research may distort information and spread misinformation. In contrast, scientific research provides accurate findings that guides the public health policies. Thirdly, public research is subjective and varies by individuals. In contrast, scientific research is objective and evidence-based. Finally, public research is lack of control and difficult to replicate, whereas scientific research is replicable. The consistent result confirms the reliability. To conclude, public research is opinion-based, while scientific research is evidence-based.